Gemini, what an interesting time for you. And I say this because the astrology is both challenging and revealing in a lot of ways. We'll get into the astrology, guys. Gemini, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. We're going to go over the astrology a little bit too. We'll figure that out. I always create an extended reading. The link to those is right below in the description box. As well, I will pin it to the top of the comment section so that you will be able to find it conveniently, or just join the Unbound membership. You don't have to worry about all that. You'll have full access to the extended playlist, and you can get as many of them, watch as many of them at any time that you want. It's up to you, but I hope to see you there. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your favorite content. Gemini content comes out every single Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So that's over here on the West Coast. And if you want to join me for a daily tarot card reading, I go live chat Monday through Friday on my second YouTube channel. It's called Astrology Motivation. I'll attach the link above. I hope to see you guys there. Okay. Why do I say the astrology? The astrology is profound, and I couldn't get the words for it. And you're also, Gemini, you're going to be affected certainly by the retrograde that's coming up September 9th, 10th. So, but for right now, this week, that's well, you could probably feel it because it's probably a shadow period that's coming, and it's kind of good that it's slowed down because Mercury is in Libra, which is a very favorable aspect to Gemini. In fact, Mercury is now trine this whole week to Mars, which means there's a harmony between taking action, especially with your words or your thoughts, being able to get things done and figure things out, right? Really balanced energy. It's wonderful energy between those two air signs. Fantastic for you guys. But what is challenging is that Mercury, for most of this week, is not only in opposition to Jupiter, but is in opposition to Chiron. And that Chironic opposition is not feeling smart enough, not feeling good enough, always feeling like you can't keep up or your brain doesn't work correctly. Meanwhile, Mercury is also in opposition to Jupiter, which means your mind is going a mile a minute. So this could actually be a time for you to confront or just get diagnosed with ADD, ADHD I think is the only one that technically exists anymore. But any kind of cognitive obstructions that have happened to you over your life, and not only like grapple with it and actually get answers for it or from it, but actually be able to open doors because of it, because of the compassion and the relationships that you can create by being compassionate and by understanding. Remember that Chironic energy is all about compassion. It's all about understanding others and helping to heal others because of what you've gone through. So being able to really sympathize and empathize with people this week because you can relate to how they felt shitty about themselves. Maybe you can even put it into words for them. At the very least, you will be a very good listener. The whole thing is with that Jupiter is like expansive. There's so many opportunities. There's so many possibilities. There might be a lot of people coming at you. Yeah, leave the comments below and let me know how that's actually impacting you guys. But the cards are really beautiful. We're starting out with Take the Lead, which does put you in the leadership role, saying that you'll have the fortitude, you'll have the wisdom, and you're sort of receiving the messages from the universe to be able to guide. Even if you're leading from behind, it's like you're setting an example. This is also a sense of prominence. So almost like maybe you're speaking for many people. People are trusting in you to be representative of them and maybe what they have been through, what they've gone through. I gotta say, it's like a mentality of humble confidence. That's kind of what it is. Slow and steady wins the race. So there's a lot of faith in this card. There's also feeling really good about yourself. It's like hard won, like it's like it's hard-won emotional security, emotional stability. It's like you've taken a long time to get there. It's the wisdom of the emotional circumstances. Like, so it's like being wise, not rushing yourself. This could also reflect the retrograde that's coming, and like being able to show people how it feels, or how to work with or grapple with difficulties that they're struggling with, things that they can't get, especially things that they feel are slowing them down. This could also be you will have the wisdom, especially during the retrograde, to know how to work through things, because it's kind of like you have insight somehow into that chironic energy of feeling always backward, feeling always misunderstood, you know, feeling always put down, or you, like you've worked through this not having confidence in yourself, and you've gained a sense of self through that, being able to take the lead and help to heal people, or help to lead them back to a state of feeling good about themselves, and be loyal to what you love is also Cancerian energy. I don't know if you're dealing with an older Cancerian and a younger Cancerian, or this has just got something to do with maybe your family, but there's definitely a sense of realizing what empowers you, realizing what makes you feel strong and who makes you feel strong, and feeling comfortable with it. Loyalty. This could also be speaking of a great friend. The realization, recognition, and support that you have gotten from a great friend. And being able to say, okay, I'm going to be a great friend back, because somebody's really earned, like they've really earned my loyalty. It could even be finding a loyal following. Yeah, that I don't know what you guys do with you for a living, but it could be that. Conflict and defeat, so there was definitely suffering here. Being taken down, you know. Discontent and boredom. God, you've gone, I feel like this is all a list of the shit that you've been through. You could have been staying very loyal to somebody even through all this. This, I feel, is a very loyal energy of somebody who was just with you in your darkest hour. And even when things, you know, you couldn't help them much, or things weren't that interesting, which is hard because Geminis, you love to be kept interested. But this is almost like conflict and defeat, disconnect and boredom. You know, maybe when you got bored, this person was here. Could be somebody loyal, or you being extremely loyal. When somebody had nothing else to give, or when there was a lull. And this could be it, this sense of, what do I do with myself when I've got nothing to do with myself? When it's almost like there are no challenges coming in, feeling really restless. So you might get that feeling this weekend, like feeling really restless, okay? And this could be what inspires a great idea in you. It could. Because it's like, okay, maybe you have experience with it, but even if you don't, it's like you're just not going to sit on it, you know? Virgo energy, which is also mercurial. It's about pragmatism, though. You are good enough. It's so interesting that this card came up. We are in Virgo season. That's what it's talking about. There's been something here that has happened. Let me take it back. Something here that has happened that's actually made you question your own validity, your own ability, or how other people value you. But you are good enough. And this is the way of, like, maybe you've avoided it, you haven't wanted to deal with this, whatever it is, there's just this sense of feeling people have turned away from you, but not everybody has. Definitely not. And you are good enough, finding that sense of what to do with yourself, or how to use the blessings that you have. Even if you feel other people have turned away, they really haven't. There is a loyal following here. There is a loyal people who could be your family, especially your family, people who wouldn't give up on you for any reason at all. You are good enough. You could even be getting bored with working on your health. You could even be getting bored with whatever it is that you're going through right now, to work on your health. But let me get deeper into this. First, let me pull more cards. You got this? Let me go here. Gemini. What is going on? Can you summarize this for me? For Gemini, please. DNA and Cancer, but it's in reverse. So something that is against the family, or finding out you're not related to who you thought you were related to, finding out there were some secrets in your actual like blood or DNA, or figuring out like one of your parents isn't really your parent, or realizing that there's something in your DNA that is definitely like genetic. But how do I deal with this? This could be dealing with depression and the inability to focus on things, which we talked about in the beginning of the reading, and finding a way to heal those things, finding the diagnosis, getting the diagnosis, learning about it. Maybe it will turn your world upside down, realizing that maybe this is the way, this is why you are the way that you are. Whatever it is, it's confronting difficulties or a sense of damage within the family or within the family line. And that could be integral about your health, or it could be just about the health of the family situation. But it's definitely about the uncovering of it and the confrontation of it and wanting to do something about it. You know, it's like not taking no for an answer, and yeah, because you have that beautiful trine to Mars that's really energizing you to take action and do something about it, because you think, you know what, this person is worth it. Could be a family member that you love. You could be dealing with this once removed. It may not be your personal journey, but it's like sticking up for somebody who is going through this. You know what I'm saying? Interesting. Leave the comments below. I would like to know if, especially however you guys are going through this, but especially, is there anybody out there who is learning that their parent isn't related the way that they said, or maybe there's just a diagnosis of a condition in a family that was just revealed? Because that's what those cards in reverse tend to reveal. They tend to reveal. Okay. Or that you needed to get away from your family because you knew that if you couldn't get away from your family, that your family wasn't actually where you belonged in life. And maybe feelings of being disloyal, or feelings of being not good enough, or running away. So they could be feelings of guilt that you're confronting. But this sense of, hold on, blessed. Why did blessed come out? That's an interesting card to come out now. It's almost, okay, so this is almost saying that you're learning that those things that you had issues with, or those stuff that you might have at one time considered a curse, you're now actually considering it a blessing. You're seeing it through the perspective of opportunity. And what did it teach me? And how strong did it make me? This is really, wow. I feel like you guys, you could even be sitting outside of this and helping to guide the family back to being whole and healing. Can you just, Universe, God, can you just please, you never stop fighting. There's something here that you refuse to give up on. And because you never stop fighting, you're going to win. Because you know that it's worth it. It's almost like someone here that you refuse to give up on. And I'm telling you, if that's the case, definitely don't give up on them. Because you're right. They are a hidden blessing. Their uniqueness, your uniqueness, is actually something that is very significant in the world. Oh, excuse me. And I got to tell you, it just gives you a lot of, there's so many opportunities here. Could be raising awareness for something too. It just says that it's worth it. And it could be, don't give up digging for these answers, because you're going to find them this week. This is a really good week to use this energy to learn. It's not necessarily the week to make decisions. Not really a great week to make decisions at all. You could also be experiencing somebody talking a lot of smack to you or talking a lot of crap to you and throwing up a lot of shit in your face about, oh, well, you weren't really your mother's child, or you weren't really, or somebody throwing up to your face, you're just like your father, or, oh, he's not really your daddy, or something conflicting like that. Somebody could be casting that shit on you. But I feel like if they do, you will know exactly how to ricochet it back at them. Right? And be able to sort of like get in somebody's face and say, well, aha, haha, you know, I learned how to vanquish this. I learned how to conquer this. This is almost like ending a family curse because you did not give up and because you weren't afraid to face it. Okay, I want to do this deck. This is an intense week for you. There's no way I get around that. Gemini. Gemini. You're ready. That it just keeps coming back to me that you are definitely ready. Ready for what, though? Ready? Oh, I love hidden cards. I do. I love when they sneak out behind it. So first I got poised, which means that you are ready. And this is something that you're starting, you've prepared yourself. You prepared a long time for this, and exchanging gifts. So you're sharing your gifts with somebody else. And that is very close to the energy of Mercury in Libra. Are you finally ready to start a family with somebody? Especially since your family may have been fucked up and you had stayed away from it for a long time because you're like, I can't handle this, I don't want to do this, or I'm afraid that this might happen. When there's a confrontation now of that fear and realizing there's no need for me to be afraid because I know I got this, I know I can handle it. Because you are more ready than ever now to connect to others. That's what it says. Or finally announce or take action on sharing your special gifts after you have busted your ass for years to struggle against them in the face of some form of adversity. Leave the comments below. I'd really love to know. And you're like, oh, you could be actually taking a step forward, taking a lead on this, coming out and talking about it. And you don't want to hide anything. You don't want to hide anything. We have Cancerian energy again. Are you getting married? Moving forward with marriage, moving forward with a move, moving forward with maybe moving where you're going to live because you have found somebody that actually makes you happy. Moving forward, or just like officializing something, making it official that you're moving, or maybe moving by Sagittarius season because you finally found a way to make something work. You finally figured something out and are ready to take this plunge. This is a bunch of blessings, being celebrated, having people around you that will celebrate you because they realize that what you've done, what you've discovered is now helping others or helping to make things work or make sense for others. You are definitely taking a lead here when it comes to a cause, caring, sort of surrendering yourself over to the greater good and sticking up for it. But personally, this could be you're finally ready to move on. This could be a bon voyage party, setting sail, getting ready to just go for it. Maybe you're driving, or it's almost like at the starting line. You're just about to take off. And you're figuring out how to, like Temperance is you've been very patient. You don't have to move quickly. You're realizing I don't have to move so quickly, especially if this is relationship-wise. You found somebody that is almost like you know you'll end up with them, but you don't have to rush. You know, it's about the journey together. It's not about officializing something. But so many people are cheering you on and are happy for you. You could be traveling, going somewhere for this celebration. But I really feel it's like almost people cheering you on as you set out to figure something out. Or that this has to do with why people are celebrating you or why you're able to make such breakthroughs now. I feel like you're ready to move on. You've figured out a way to make things work, and you're ready to move on from all the difficult shit, but it's through confronting the difficult shit. Not by putting it behind, denying it, or avoiding it, but by confronting it and owning it and even celebrating it in a way and talking to people about it and how many people you move forward and help in the process. Let's go to the extended reading because I want to get more specific. I'll see you guys there.